So I'm making my summer vegan vegetable detox juice. So we're going to start off with celery as a base. And then I also have our lovely friend kale over here. This is just some kale I have growing outside. I have it growing under a tree, and it actually grows quite well because I find if you grow it out in the open and it gets too hot, it'll wilt, but it stays pretty cool under the sun. It doesn't need a lot of sunlight. It does find an indirect sunlight because you hear some insects got to it, but that's okay. I just get the leafiest, greenest vegetation for it. My celery juice maintains like the bulk of my juice. Percentage wise, it's at least I want to say 80%, and then I have maybe like 5 to 10% kale. Okay, then over here I have a lemon. I quarter up a lemon and juice it in. Between a whole lemon, I'll use like maybe 3 quart jars or so, 4 quart jars or so, a quart of lemon each, maybe a little more sometimes, but I found I was getting a little acidic from it, so I kind of backed off on that. Anyway, this is a zucchini. It'll consume about 10% of the total volume of my juice. It's very high in sugar, so you want to keep it around 10%. But what zucchini and all summer squashes are good for is pulling heavy metals out of your body. The starches in it help combine really well with the metals, and they will pull heavy metals from your body. And this is my juicer. It's a Ninja cold press masticating juicer. They're 150 new. I got this used online for $50. It works perfectly fine. Came in the box and everything. This is the pulp. So as you can see here, still a lot of moisture in there, a lot of liquid. So I'll save this pulp. See how wet it is? I'll save that pulp, and then I'll juice it through at the end once I get all the whole vegetables done. Because if you try to do like pulp and vegetables together or something, the strainer gets clogged and you'll have to keep like cleaning it more often. So I found it's just faster to just do your vegetables first and then rejuice the pulp. And I can juice this at least 2 or 3 times to get another quart to a half quart out of all the pulp I do. So I've got like 3 stalks of celery in here. I've got another one in the fridge that's on standby I'm going to use. I don't know how many kale leaves I have in here. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. Probably had about 20 or so. So yeah, but the kale is very high in vitamins. It can be very detoxifying, so you don't want to go over 5% of the juice. I'm kind of pushing it what I'm doing. And I'll show you right here. That's how green it is. From the kale, obviously, and the zucchini, I guess, the skin. I wish I had some more like parsley to put in, but it has to regrow. I used some last time. So waiting for that to come back. I'll probably plant some cilantro too. I'll have a lot of cilantro to use. Probably get on that. Anyway, yeah, that's, oh yeah. So get a cloth, cheesecloth. I just lay this over the top of my jars and we'll filter it through. It filters out a lot of the excess pulp, which can be helpful. A lot of the excess fiber. Then you just end up with like dust fragments of fiber, which really isn't a big deal. Yeah, so that's how I'm making my vegetable juice nowadays in the summer, and it's pretty nice. You want to consume your vegetable juice if you want it fresh within 4 days, and after 5 days it'll start to ferment. But if you consume fermented vegetable juice, it will detox the cooked vegetable residue in your body. So in the vegetable juice that's fermenting still is alkalizing, still has minerals. It does all the same stuff vegetable juice does, except it loses some nutrients, but not really like that much. It's like 4%, 6% or something. But it will also have the benefit of detoxing for you as well. So this is how I make my vegetable juice. Technically, yeah, this is vegan. It's all plants. So there you go. Excuse me. Yeah. None of the stuff is sprayed. I washed this in whey, well water, lemon, and apple cider vinegar. If you're using tap water, you want to use that same mixture except add milk. You may not need the whey. I just kind of have the whey in there because I don't have, because I'm using well water, but the milk will help bind with the crap in the tap water. Obviously, if you grow your own vegetables, you don't have to worry about washing them so much. I tried to go celery this year, didn't work out too well. Learning experience. So maybe next year, but you know, and that'd be really nice because it keeps for a while if you can keep it fresh, crisp, cool. Because I do juice a lot of celery, it's very good. So you know, in terms of vegetable juice, you want to consume about 2 cups a day minimum, and some people may need to consume up to like 1 to 2 liters a day, depending on how acidic you are and how much you need. But I do about 2 cups a day, and that's good for me. If you drink things like the hydration formula with cucumber and tomato, that can be alkalizing as well. It can offset some of your vegetable juice needs.